Hello, my name is Zara, and this is an internal family systems meditation to connect with a protector part. We all have parts of ourselves, and sometimes these parts are in conflict. Sometimes these parts try to protect the system by controlling, or causing anxiety, or fear, or maybe people-pleasing, or criticizing, or managing, hyperfixating. There's a lot of things these protectors can do in an attempt to protect the system. We're going to see if we can get in touch with one of your protectors to see if we can soften the burden that it's been carrying trying to protect the system. The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a deep breath and sigh it out, releasing anything from what you were just doing from your day, or if you've just woken up from your sleep. And with the eyes closed, just noticing a wave of relaxation spreading through the body. Starting with the top of the head, relaxing and releasing through the head, through the jaw, down into the shoulders, into the hips. And all the way down into the feet. Simply relaxing and releasing through the whole body. And then I want you to check in. What is the quality of this protector? Noticing where in your body you feel that quality. If you have an anxious part, maybe there's a tightness in your chest. If there's a criticizing part, maybe in your jaw or your shoulders. Just kind of checking in with where in your body you feel that protective part manifesting itself in bodily sensations. And see if you can objectively describe the sensation in the body and the quality of the protector. What does it feel like? Does it have a shape or a color? Do you have a sense of a name for this protector? And notice, how does the rest of your system, the rest of your parts, how do they feel toward this protector? Sometimes other parts of us might be frustrated or fearful of the other protectors, and that's normal. If there are other parts coming up that are responding in this way, see if you can ask them if it's okay to take a little bit of a step back and just allow you to connect with this one protector part that you're intending on connecting with today. And we can start to connect to self. Self energy is the energy that is always present. Self energy is calm and curious, compassionate, clear, confident. Self energy is very comfortable. And we're going to use this energy, we're going to tap into this energy to get curious about this part. So if you can feel self-energy in the body, it might be represented by a straightness in your spine, brightness behind the eyes. We're just really feeling grounded. As much as you can, tapping into that self and seeing if you can get curious about this part. And first, just introducing yourself to this part. Letting the part know that self-energy is here. If you're not used to using your self-energy, this might feel a little bit unfamiliar. Your part might be a little confused. That's okay. Just gently introducing. And then you can ask this part, how old do you think that this system is? How old do you think I am? And you don't have to think about a response, just whatever comes is right. Oftentimes these parts were created in childhood and they might still think that we're pretty young. So if you get an answer that feels younger than 10 or 11, that's pretty normal. And even if you didn't get much of an answer at all, that's okay. We're just seeing if we can gently ask this part a few questions to get to know it. Letting that part know that we're not trying to get rid of it. We don't want it to go away. We're simply trying to understand it and understand its role in the system. You can ask this part, what are you trying to protect me from? What do you fear would happen if you didn't do your job? How long have you been doing this job for me? See if you can gently let that part know how old you are now. Orienting to time and place, letting them know how old you are, what date it is, and that you're in a much different situation than when that part arised, when it first got started, when it first took on the job of protecting the system. Your life is much different now. And then you can ask this part with a lot of compassion. What do you need from me in order to feel safe, heard, or supported? And just listening for an answer. How can I earn your trust? If you didn't have to carry this burden, if you didn't have to do this heavy job, what would you rather be doing? What kind of support would help you feel safe? To let go a little. To allow self-energy to protect the system. Rather than having you do the whole big job of doing that on your own. And just see, just pause and reflect and notice if any answers come through. They may or may not. It might be a little bit of a confusing process, and that's okay too. We're just slowly starting to get in touch with this part, letting it know that self-energy is here, that you're developing this compassionate relationship to the parts of you, and that you're going to be there to care for the system. Make a commitment to connect with this part regularly. You might come back to this meditation, or you might do it on your own. And now starting to come back into the room, back into the aliveness and vitality in your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. And whenever you're ready, you can open the eyes.